there, everybody. You've gone and done it. You bought this or rented this video, and boy, you won't be disappointed, because what you've got is nearly 2 hours of hot action in Superstars of the Caribbean #3 with world-renowned wrestlers such as Barry Windham from abroad, Chris Adams, tag team action with the Rock and Roll Express, and Rick Martel, one of the finest physical specimens.
Just a minute, the star is here now, baby. The host, that's right, the host is Smooth the Moses, the man with the 29-inch biceps, the living legend of all professional wrestling the world over, the man everybody knows, the man every woman 60, blind, crippled, or crazy, the man they crave his body, none other than me, Hustler Rip Rogers, the man who's held more prestigious belts and prestigious titles than any wrestler in the history of professional wrestling today. And I could go on, but there's too many to list. So all I'm going to say, baby, is that the host of Caribbean Championship Wrestling presenting the Superstars is here today, and it's none other than me, Hustler Rip Roger. What are you doing here on my show? What are you doing here on my program? Well, I'm the host of the...
Obviously, you're a man who needs no introduction. I'm Rick St. James, and you, of course, are Hustler Rip Rogers, as I know now.
Well, everybody in the world of professional wrestling knows Hustler Rip Rogers, and you, Rick... What's your name again?
Rick
St. James. I've seen you somewhere. New York, right? Vince! No, that's not it, no.
Please, fans, in this video you will see the likes of the Ugandan warrior, Kamala. How do you like them apples?
The Ugandan warrior, Kamala, no way. I've heard through the grapevine, it's not the Ugandan warrior, it's the invisible warrior.
Why so?
Kamala, the invisible warrior.
Why so?
Why so? Because whenever there's a match, he's never there, that's why.
Well, speaking of Double Cross, we've got Terry Funk from the Double Cross Ranch, and also a Puerto Rican coal miners match for 5,000 smackaroos.
Terry Funk, he's one of my favorites. He's one of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time. Right next to me, of course, but he's wild, he's crazy, and he's a heck of a wrestler.
What would any Caribbean video be without the great Carlitos Colón in action against his arch-rival Abdullah the Butcher?
When you're talking Carlitos Colón, and when you're talking Abdullah the Butcher, the wild and crazy man from Sudan, you're talking about the #1 rivalry in all professional wrestling anywhere.
How about the star that fell from the heavens, Chicky Starr in action?
Don't talk about my friend Chicky Starr, because you're going to see my friend Chicky Starr in a scaffold match 25 feet up in the air, and I can't wait to see Chicky as he remains victorious and struts off into the sunset victorious with his hand raised.
Well, I'm sure our viewers can't wait either, so let's go immediately to our first match. And there you see, then Universal Champion Hércules Ayala, one of the strongest men in wrestling, his manager Chicky Starr, the Golden Boy, facing the challenge of the challenger gentleman Chris Adams. There he is with the beautiful jacket there, Union Jack. From England, the Hustler Rip Rogers.
Who cares if gentleman Chris Adams is from England? The only thing anybody cares about is that Hércules Ayala, the mountain of a man, one of the strongest wrestlers in the world today, is wrestling in San Juan, Puerto Rico before over 15,000 crazy, screaming wrestling fans. And they're there to see their champion. And the champion just happens to be none other than the mountain of a man, Hércules Ayala, managed by none other than the Golden Boy, Mr. Chicky Starr.
Well, that's accurate. There's Gentleman Chris, very proper chap across the sea. Very talented, a very experienced young wrestler up against the man mountain that is Hércules Ayala. And there you see the crowd at Roberto Clemente Coliseum, and they are standing in expectation of a great match for the title.
You know it's going to be a great match because #1, you have Hércules Ayala, the Universal Heavyweight Champion, defending his crown, and you can hear thousands and thousands of people, about 15,000, cheering their hearts out for their beloved champion, Hércules Ayala.
You're absolutely right. That's probably the only thing you're going to get right on video, Rip, but Give credit where credit is due. Right now, the referee is going to explain to both gentlemen the rules for this particular match. And I'm sure that's one guy who's going to go strictly by the rules, Mr. Chris Adams. Very sportsman-like wrestler. That's why he's so well-liked in the Caribbean.
Yeah, he's one of the most boring wrestlers I've ever seen. He looks like your basic Mr. Goody Two-Shoes white boy who don't know what's happening in the world of professional wrestling. Meanwhile, the champion, someone you can be proud of, Hércules Ayala, a huge man, one of the strongest men in the world today. He knows what's going on. He knows how to wrestle. He knows how to brawl. He knows how to bend the rules if need be, and that's why he is the Universal Heavyweight Champion and not Gentleman Chris Adams.
Well, the referee for this match is the Hammer. El Martillo Marin.
The Hammer. Who cares? Looked like somebody hammered his face.
Oh, my. Right now, the introductions being given to the crowd. The belt being held high by the referee. And that means, and this one is for the marbles, as it were. Perfunctory check of Chris Adams. Of course, we know Chris Adams is not going to have any foreign substances on his person. But then again, I really don't know about Hércules Ayala.
Now, how can you say that Chris Adams is going to play by the rules? How do you know what's going to happen in this match? Anything can happen in a championship match. It could be maybe Hércules Ayala. Maybe he's going to be the one that goes completely by the rule book. And maybe it's going to be Chris Adams who bends the rules, who twists the rules to his advantage. You don't know that, and I don't know that. So let's just sit back and watch and report what's really happened and not your prejudiced opinion against my man, the Universal Heavyweight Champion, Hércules Ayala.
Now hold on there. There's a Hércules has a foreign object right there at ringside. Don't you see him? Chicky Starr.
Don't try and act like you're intelligent out here. Look at the power of my man, Hércules Ayala. A man weighing 300 pounds of solid muscle. And if I were a betting man, which I am, I'll bet you $500 right now that Hércules Ayala beats Gentleman Chris Adams in under 20 minutes because he's bigger, he's stronger, he's faster, he has more experience, and he's got me as a buddy.
Sorry, Rip, but the match started and they closed the window on you. Right now, you see the power manifested of Hércules, a very powerful man. Look at the big muscles, the weight, the height. He's got everything. He's got everything that you need to be a champion, and basically, he's the champion.
Well, it's about time you gave him some respect, because Hércules Ayala is a great champ. Look at Chris Adams. He looks like a little rag doll trying to topple the strongest wrestler in the world today.
Oh, that may be true, but you know what Chris Adams' business card says? Half super kick will travel. And if he's able to land that on Hércules, he could be down for the count. But right now it's Hércules missing the big elbow drop and the drop kicks. Series of them. Oh, beautiful move there, acrobatic. But meanwhile, Hércules Ayala is doubled over in pain outside the ring. And here comes Chicky to add his 2 cents.
And the goody two-shoes white boy from England giving a big gymnastics demonstration, trying to showboat, trying to be a star, while the Russian judge just gave him a rating of 2.1 on his little kip-up and cartwheel.
Well, you can't trust those Russian judges, can you? There's a referee counting. Of course, you know, the champion cannot lose his title on a count out, but Hércules Ayala not about to be count out of this match because he wants to prove he is the man before this capacity crowd at Roberto Clemente. You know who Roberto Clemente was?
Oh, excuse me, the man who got 3,000 hits playing 17 years with the Pittsburgh Pirates, the man who died in 1972 trying to help his fellow Nicaraguans, the man who was a living legend, who had the greatest right arm in the history of baseball, could throw to third on the fly from right field. No, I know nothing about Roberto Clemente. Try and stump me again, Mr. Trivia.
Well, I'm impressed. Referee lock up, side headlock now by gentleman Chris Adams. And he's got Hercules in a vice, but he's in a perhaps opening himself up for a bear hug from this position. Of course, Hercules known for that big bear hug.
Well, you got one of the strongest men in the world today in Hercules Ayala, and that's why he is the Universal Heavyweight Champion. The strength of 10 men with those huge shoulders, those cannonball deltoids, the sloping trapezius, the sign of raw power, those stanchions of power, those tree trunk thighs, diamond-shaped calves, wasp waist, and a maniacal brain. The master of sadism, that's your Universal Heavyweight Champion, Hercules Ayala.
Well, there you saw a right from Chris Adams, and Hercules didn't like that one bit, but the crowd sure did.
Well, how would you like it if the dirty all-American white boy from England, whatever he is, if he would throw a closed fist at you for no reason? And if you're the champion, you deserve some respect. You're the champion, the Universal Heavyweight Champion.
Oh, gentleman Chris wouldn't do that to me, but certainly Hercules will have to do a lot more than that to get Hercules off his feet, that's for sure.
Hercules, not only is he a great champion, he also owns a great pool hall in Bayamon.
Oh, the master of trivia, that's what you are, it's minutia. Well, I'll inform you that Hercules has gained the upper hand here, now the upper elbow, with that big smash right on the neck of the man from England.
That was the all-craning process of the elbow.
Absolutely, that's what I said. Now slingshot off the ropes. Flying cross body, and he takes the big man down for a 1 count, and that surprised them. Nice arm drag, and Hercules running for the hills, or the ropes at least.
No. You and I are looking at two different matches. What really happened was Hercules Ayala is letting Chris Adams lull himself into a false sense of security. Now, Chris Adams thinks he's shining, but what's really happened, the master of psychology, the chess master, the Universal Heavyweight Champion, the man who owns the greatest pool hall in Bayamon, is setting the prey up for the kill.
Thank you, Mr. Malaprop. And now Hercules Ayala with the fingers right in the eyes. The referee admonishing Hercules now.
He's setting up his prey, sort of like Craven the Hunter would do to Spider-Man.
What? Off the ropes, Chris Adams with the big Herculean clothesline. And now the task looks much easier for the big man. Covers 1, 2, but no. Still a lot left in young Chris Adams.
Oh, young Chris Adams, trying to put him over. He's from England. He's a white boy. Everybody loves him. Tell the truth. Hercules Ayala is the master of the bear hug. He's the Universal Heavyweight Champion. He owns a great pool hall in Bayamon. He's got an arm almost as strong as the late, great Roberto Clemente. Give the man some credit. Give the man some credit for being the Universal Champion, for owning a great pool hall, and for being the star that everybody, that 15,000 wrestling fanatics came. And look at that! I love the way he scrambled the brains of the Englishman, gentleman Chris Adams, and I don't think he's going to get to use his famous super kick today.
Yep. That's certainly the head of the board there, Chris Adams, and that table meeting for the first time. And I think it was very nasty circumstance for the Englishman. But of course, you didn't mention Hercules Ayala is a master of the figure 4.
There's no reason for me to mention that everybody that knows anything in the world of professional wrestling knows when you're talking figure 4 leg lock, it's synonymous with Hercules Ayala. Just like when great photographers are mentioned, it's synonymous with Eddie Grice, one of the world's most famous photographers for Playboy magazine.
Oh my goodness. Hugh, what What would Hugh Hefner have to say about that? Anyway, Chris Adams right now trying to get his head clear. Oh, but that's not going to help one bit.
Oh, Excedrin headache number 2, and I love it. Now, Hercules Ayala, the Universal Heavyweight Champion, the strongest man in the world, the man that owns the pool hall in Bayamon. He can sit back, he can collect his thoughts and plan his next series attack on this challenger, gentleman Chris Adams. And now, the challenger who was so cocky before, who was so sure of himself, is now backing up. You can see he's got scared, S-C-A-R-E-D, written right on his face.
Thank you, Minnesota Fats. And now, Chris Adams, as you see, trying to come back in the ring, but his entrance totally blocked by the champion. Now he goes right out, pulls the hair, tries to, slams him right. I tell you, Chris Adams is getting to know that pole a lot better than he'd like to.
And there's nothing he can do about it, because Hercules Ayala is bigger, he's stronger, he is faster, he has more experience, and he's wrestling in his hometown. He's wrestling in his homeland, representing his people, and that's why you see 15,000 screaming, crazy wrestling fans cheering their champion on to victory.
Now hold on there, we're in the Caribbean. Haven't you ever heard of the British Virgin Islands? Oh, here Chris Adams blocks Hercules, and there's a taste of his own medicine.
What do you mean a taste of his own medicine? I've never seen Hercules Ayala maliciously break the rules like Chris Adams doing. He's grabbing a chair. Why is he should be disqualified if there's contact. If there's contact, he should be disqualified.
Right on top of Hercules. And I tell you, that looked like, look at that. A lightning bolt coming down on Hercules' head. And Chris Adams is smack dab back in this match. The crowd loves it as well here. Goes downstairs, upstairs with an uppercut. Look at those hooks. A little bit of boxing experience in the past of gentleman Chris Adams.
There's no way that was a close fist. He's breaking every rule. He thinks he's Mike Tyson. He thinks he's Muhammad Ali. And he believes, he thinks he can beat the champion. And he might even do it because he's got momentum on his side. And he's even better than he thinks he is.
Did you see that? Big body slam of Hercules.
Oh, the
super kick.
He kicked him right in the face.
That could be it. The cover. Where's the referee? He's out cold. The referee's out cold. Chris Adams could have had a 10 count here. Chicky Starr comes flying from nowhere, and he crash lands right on top of his own man. Now Chris Adams throws Chicky Starr unceremoniously out of the ring. He's got an inside cradle. 1, 2, no, he can't hold it. And I tell you, the referee, El Martillo, got hammered himself on that occasion, or else there would be a new champion.
Oh, don't blame the referee. It's not his fault. Just focus on the champion, Hercules Ayala.
Oh, look, Chicky grabs the rope, and Chris follows himself. Oh, he could be a goner here.
Like I said, focus on Hercules Ayala. He's the Universal Heavyweight Champion. There's a reason for that, because he knows how to take advantage of mistakes. Adams made one. He paid for it. My man, Hercules Ayala, still the Universal Heavyweight Champion. There's nothing you, Adams, or anybody can do about it. Long live the king, the Universal Heavyweight Champion, Hercules Ayala, along with his manager, my friend, Chicky Starr.
And there we have the principals for this match. It's the blonde bomber Barry Windham. And on the other side, we've got the Latin heartthrob Al Perez. Referee Ricky Vargas Sands hair.
I don't know about Sands' hair. I know that Ricky Vargas, the referee, I know he doesn't have any hair. He's bald-headed. He's chrome-domed.
Look at that. physical specimen, Barry Windham. The fans, especially the ladies, crazy about Barry. We know that much.
Now, wait a minute. Al Perez, and it's Perez, not Perez, is the Latin heartthrob. He's the man that's won the bodybuilding titles. He's the man with the body in professional wrestling, as he's also one of the original rockers. I bet you didn't know that, did you?
Well, I might not have known it, but I did. And we're in Hiram Beathorn. Look at the fast action here. Beautiful moves from Barry Windham. Final hip toss drives Al Perez out of the ring, and we're at Hiram Beathorn Stadium. Do you know who Hiram Beathorn was?
Sure, I know who Hiram Beathorn was. He was Mrs. Beathorn's son. What do you think I am, stupid?
Yes, and he was also the first Puerto Rican baseball player in the bigs, my friend.
Oh, good. That gives him a grand total of 3 now. So
strike 1 for you, my friend. Let's get back to the action. Hot and heavy. You can hear, of course, the Spanish Latin version of our friend Hugo Savinovich in the background. Meanwhile, referee lockup. And you can see Barry Windham with the height advantage. Oh my! Drives him back. Tell you, this power in the arms of Barry Windham, second generation wrestler.
Oh, big deal. Who cares? Just because his daddy is Black Jack Mulligan, you think that's a big deal? But what about Al Perez's father? I know he's a postman, but you don't have to say on TV anything about that. I'm not going to get on here and verbally braiding on TV about his dad being a postman. So why do you make a big deal about Barry Windham's father being a professional wrestler?
Well, I thought he might have been a bypass or something, and Al Perez is the hot draw. But Ricky Vargas now admonishing Al Perez on his tactics. Keep it clean, he says, and Al says, I always do. But he doesn't, does he? Does he, Rick?
Well, wait a minute. Al Perez has never broken a rule in his life. He's one of the cleanest wrestlers in the world of professional wrestling I've ever seen. It's go by the book Al. He's just like Leave It to Beaver. I mean, he doesn't, he does everything. And look at Barry Windham.
Look at that beautiful bolo punch, and he, wow, I tell you, Al Perez almost took a header right on top of the third rope. And I'll tell you, this is a real exciting match. These two young lions going right at it from the get-go.
A bolo punch made famous by who? Kid Gavilan. Didn't know it, did you? Strike 2 on you.
Now let's see if Al Perez goes. Yeah, Perez, that's what I said.
You didn't know his uncle was Tony Perez either, did you?
I still don't know it. But Ricky Vargas with the count. Al Perez back in time. There's the blonde-haired Barry Windham.
And the Adonis-like body of my buddy Al Perez.
Yeah, perhaps. Now side headlock by Barry Windham.
Countered by a body lock by my buddy.
Both wrestlers. Very good sound, technically.
That's right.
Look at that foul.
What do you mean foul? That was a great technical move by Al Perez, one of the original rockers and nephew of Tony Perez. It was a great professional wrestling move because what he did, he took 6'6" giant Barry Windham and he bruised the inside part of his leg with that top rope, which is steel cable. And that's why it's going to be over 1, 2, 3 right here with this big suplex by my buddy Al Perez. Now he's ready for the coup de grace, the big finishing elbow hold right there, that knee drop, and here it comes, 1, 2, 3. I can feel it.
Can't tell the difference between an elbow and a knee. You're in sad shape, Rip. Oh my, big backdrop, and I think Barry Windham must be winded by now. But that move by Al Perez was too low to get under, I tell you. Fouled him right on top of the third rope. But he gained the advantage, and now he's on top of the situation. And he's riding Barry Windham, putting pressure on the neck.
Barry Windham frente al Perez.
That reverse chin lock.
Reverse chin lock taught to him by none other than me, the man who invented the reverse chin lock. Just like the Beal was invented by Freddie Beal. Bet you didn't know that either, did you?
Sin envidia, el muchacho lo tiene todo, pero tiene
Barry Windham back up to his feet. Elbow. Oh, look, goes behind. And now look at that roll up. 1, 2. Oh, very close to a victory. Was the blonde bomber, but... Oh, look at that. Atomic smash. Al Perez is going to be rubbing his behind for a while, but now Barry Windham misses, and both men are in trouble. That's the bottom line. I mean,
both men are in trouble, and George Napolitano, the editor of one of the greatest wrestling magazines in the world, he's at ringside. There he is, right there, getting a close shot of this action. He's one of another great photographers here to see some of the greatest wrestling matches in all the world today.
Oh, look at Al Perez misses. He goes head over heels over that turnbuckle. And George Napolitano, George on the spot, catching all the action right there. Barry Windham back in charge here. Oh, devastating right. I tell you, these punches are really having a big effect on the heartthrob. Giant backdrop high in the air. And Al Perez is asking for some mercy, and he's going to get next to nothing at all from Barry Windham, who looks very strong at this point. And now, oh, he's going to ride him hard and put him away wet here. Look at the hard rights to the jaw. Well, what's this? Al Perez going in the trunks. Oh, look. Some knucks. He pulls out some brass knucks and he cold cocks Barry Windham, and this could be it. And it is. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Al Perez had to resort to that type of tactic for the win. And moving right along, we've got the Little Shavers. There's Tiger Jackson with some flashy moves. Now on the other side, you'll find the Irish Leprechaun. Ah, yes, from this side.
And I'm expecting a classic confrontation, just like a Muhammad Ali, George Foreman bout, a Sandy Koufax battling a Willie Mays, a Sam Huff trying to tackle a Jimmy Brown, a Vern Gagne classic match with Dick the Bruiser, and now today the Green Irish Leprechaun against Tiger Jackson, a classic anywhere in the world today.
Surprisingly, Ricky Vargas referee with the most hair of the three.
It's surprising how fast that hair's grown back. Since last match he was completely bald, just like the Tiger Man.
Now the red beard, and Irish Leprechaun says he's pulling my beard. And Tiger Jackson says, no, he's pulling your leg.
With a face only a mother could love.
Now a top wrist lock by Tiger Jackson, exhibiting some of his power. And the little man from the old side is protesting, perhaps too loudly, for the merits of his case. But meanwhile, Tiger Jackson back on top of that wrist lock. Now, Ricky Vargas, I think, is straining his eyes. And now Tiger Jackson gets a hold of that beard. These little men really pack a wallop for their size.
I want to change my prediction. I think this is going to be more like the National Enquirer versus Zsa Zsa Gabor, or Mike Tyson against Robin Givens.
Oh my. A little clothesline from Tiger Jackson.
Oh, a little clothesline?
Tiger Jackson showing his stuff. And Irish Leprechaun isn't as lucky as he'd like to be right now. There's a Grecian knuckle lock.
No, it's an Irish knuckle lock.
Down, oh! Down and stomps on the knuckles. Tiger Jackson. Now he goes right back. And now this might not be very bright on the part of Tiger Jackson. Monkey flip. Oh, and he lands softly
on that big booty.
The Tiger pounced, but he didn't land like a cat. Now Irish Leprechaun. Oh, and he's on the short end of the monkey flip, and he doesn't like it much. Right on top of him like a tiger. There's Tiger Jackson with the reverse chin lock, and you saw how quickly the referee was over there. Oh, look at this. This is three-quarter Nelson. Oh! Tell you, the bottom fell out of that of Irish Leprechaun that time, didn't he?
He's horrible. The Irish Leprechaun is sort of like the Rick St. James of announcing. This guy is terrible. I looked up his record before. You know what it is? 6-78. 6-78. They're worse than the early years New York Mets. He's worse than the San Diego Clippers. He's one of the worst professional wrestling midgets I've ever seen. He's worse than the infamous Killer Cruz.
Well, for the record, I think it's more like 45 and 78.
Something like that.
Get it? Well, never mind. Irish Leprechaun. Oh, now he gets, look at that. Flying drop kick. Now flying head scissors. And Tiger Jackson, all of a sudden, is looking like a Bengal tiger. Oh, my. He nearly screwed him into the mat that time. What a devastating move from Little Irish Leprechaun. Now he headbutts him. Oh, beautiful. Full Nelson suplex. Tiger Jackson still got a lot of fight in him. Ah, beautiful double leg takedown. And he's got, ouch. He's got the Leprechaun at his mercy now, looking for the pot of gold.
It sort of reminds me.
Oh, look at the feet. They're on backwards.
Ah! His feet are backwards. His feet are backwards. What's he going to do next? It's a rib. Let's see if his head spins around all the way next. Wow. Shades of Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns. It's a classic all the way. The big leg drop. Somebody would be proud of you.
Little leg drop.
Here comes Superfly. Oh! Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is absolutely the worst, and I repeat, the worst exhibition of any professional wrestling I've ever seen. Holy cow.
Yeah, but the good part, it's over. Well, now we're going into Rip Rogers' neighborhood tag team action with one of the best tag teams ever, the Rock and Roll Express against the Kansas Jayhawks, Bobby Jaggers and Dandy Dan Kroffat.
Dandy Dan Kroffat is from Montreal, Canada, so how can you call him the Kansas Jayhawks? I know you're going to say Bobby Jaggers has connived Dandy Kroffat into believing he's from Kansas. But just watch this match, because I predict that Dandy Dan, he's going to be in that ring about 90% of the time.
Come on. You mean to say you don't know the Cajuns came from Canada originally? Well, never mind. Okay, Robert Gibson in first for the Rock and Roll Express. And he's up against the blonde-haired Dandy Dan Kroffat. Oh, he missed on that attempt for a monkey flip, but Kroffat follows that with a mistake of his own.
The mistake was getting in the ring first, because he should let Bobby Jaggers get that ring first, because I know Jaggers, he's going to be holding that turnbuckle, he's going to be hugging that rope, he's going to let everybody get tired in that ring before he goes in.
A very smart man.
There's Bobby sporting some Rip Rogers-like hair, a non-Rip Rogers-like body as he looks a bit rotund, a bit chubby, a bit chunky with those Frankensteinish features.
You're looking at me, damn it!
That's right. Now it's Ricky Morton's turn. Outweighed, but certainly the speed factor with the Rock and Roll Express at all times, I think. There's an Irish whip into the corner. Oh, Ricky Morton. Oh, there you see Robert Gibson missed a clothesline, but he caught it from Ricky Morton. And I tell you, he outsmarted himself that time.
I don't know about outsmarting himself, but I'm looking at my program here. It says Bobby Jaggers, famous Kansas Jayhawk, owner of Shoe Baby, the famous whip. His listed weight is 207 pounds. Is that a misprint, or does he really weigh 207 pounds? It looks to me like he's a bit heavier than that.
Oh, well. Ricky Morton, square in the middle of the ring. And he'll face Dan Kroffat now as he vanquishes Bobby Jaggers on this occasion. I'm sure Bobby's going to be sore about that. Of course, you know who Bobby Jaggers' partner used to be in the Jayhawks, don't you?
Well, it used to be Dutch Mantell, but I think...
Dirty Dutch Mantell.
Dirty Dutch Mantell, a great professional wrestler, a rough, a tough veteran of the wrestling mat wars, a great professional wrestler in his own right. But I asked Dutch why him and Bobby split up as a tag team. He said, well, every time they had to buy lunch, it was always Dutch paying the bill and Bobby running out on the bill. So Dutch finally got tired of it.
Well, they used to go Dutch. All right, reverse Irish whip, slingshot, and a backdrop on his feet. Kroffat, athletic move, but then Ricky Morton's just too quick.
Well, there's no doubt Ricky Morton's quick. There's no doubt that the Rock and Roll Express are one of the greatest tag teams in all the world professional wrestling today. But if they get in that ring with somebody like the Hustler Rip Rogers and any partner, I'm sure would show the people in the wrestling world just what a true tag team would really be.
Well, you have been world champ, so I guess those comments can pass. And right here, it's Robert Gibson, leapfrogged by Kroffat, but he got caught in the middle of a leap, and the frog was on his face as the Rock and Roll Express once more outsmarts the Jayhawks, and now Ricky Vargas trying to get Jaggers out. Meanwhile, double elbows on Kroffat, and I tell you, it looks like a battle between a snake and a mongoose here, and the mongoose is winning, as always.
Well, the mongoose would win too if he had Bobby Jaggers as a tag team partner, because look at him. To be a successful tag team wrestler, you have to give 100% at all times, in and out of the ring, in the gym. Now, I give Bobby credit. When it comes to driving down the road, telling stories, and working out at Winchell's, he's a master at those buffets, too. And when it comes down
Are you saying he's a former policeman? Never mind. Right now it's Ricky Vargas with the count. But Dan Kroffat is still resisting the pressure put on that leg by Ricky Morton. In comes Jaggers once more. That's got to be a mistake. Oh, look at this. Gibson now has got a figure 4 leg lock on Jaggers, and Morton's got Kroffat, and this is a figure 8 leg lock.
Her name's Lacey, right? Bobby Jaggers holding the rope as usual, cheerleading his partner on. I bet now Bobby's ready to go. Yep, here he goes. He's the Rip Rogers School of Wrestling. Do nothing until it's time to act, and then get on him, baby.
Bobby Jaggers definitely taking full advantage of Ricky Morton outside that ring.
Bobby Jaggers taking advantage of every McDonald's coupon, every Burger King, every Wendy's, every kind of special there is.
And there, the omnipresent EG, Fast Eddie. Ricky Morton trying to get back inside the ring, but there's Jaggers. What? Oh, there he goes again. Knocks him straight into the ring.
He's smarter than the average wrestler.
Cover by Kroffat.
Yep, here comes my boy Bobby. He's ready to get in there. But up, he says, nope, it's not quite the time yet, Dandy Dan. Let me rest a little bit more. Oh, there he's in. Popping fresh.
Jaggers, the fresh man inside the ring now, and Ricky Morton has been thrown from pillar to post and now over the top rope, and that should be a DQ.
No, give me a tasty freeze any day when Bobby Jaggers in the ring.
Ricky Vargas didn't see it, therefore the match goes on, but the damage is done to Ricky Morton. Now Robert Gibson goes over to try to help his partner out. These two wrestlers have been wrestling together for quite a long while, and they really have a lot of teamwork between the two.
Yes, they're almost like legends at Smiley's Motor Inn in Charleston, West Virginia.
Here comes Kroffat again. Oh, I tell you, they're doing more damage outside the ring than inside. But you got to win the match inside.
The match is not over. It's only, we're getting ready for the 7th inning stretch. And right now it's even Steven, and I'm putting my money on the Hangman.
Well, you saw a couple of clotheslines there. And see who's going to get up first from this. Both men had the same idea at the same time, at the same place. And there you see the result. Kroffat now in, and Robert Gibson in. And here he comes like a ball of fire. Oh, I tell you, he's all over the Jayhawks. Look at that, downstairs, upstairs. He's cleaning house. Now Ricky Morton joins him, and it's a rock and roll express. Oh, there it is, best hits. That was the best hits of the Rock and Roll Express. Double drop kick on Kroffat, and he could be done. This could be over. Ricky Vargas ever gets over for the count. But what's this? Up at the top rope. Will miracles never cease? Bobby Jaggers with Shoe Baby. And he knocks Robert Gibson into next week. And therefore, the Rock and Roll Express are the winners by disqualification there. Oh my, look at that.
Comienza el encuentro. El título en todo lo alto.
There we have it. The monstrous Abdullah the Butcher from the Sudan versus, I tell you, Carlitos Colón, the Universal Champion, world-renowned and respected Carlitos Colón. And now he gets a headbutt from Abdullah the Butcher. These two men, no love lost. They're arch rivals, and their matches are always rough, bloody battles. This one, of course, Abdullah the Butcher, North American champion, not content with that, wants the Universal belt, and he's after it in this match.
And he's after it good, he's after it heavy, he's after it strong, because he's just pulled that fork out of his boot. He's got the fork. I can see it, you can see it, the referee can see it. He's trying to get it out of the hand of the man, Abdullah the Butcher, but I don't think there's going to be any way, because Abdullah the Butcher's over 400 pounds. I don't think that referee's going to stand a chance, because he just got knocked down with one little flick of the paw by Abdullah the Butcher.
The hammer tuck, the fork. And right now, that means Abdullah is forkless.
A headbutt by Colón, but it's not phasing the wild man. It's not phasing the beast from Sudan, because he's half human, he's half crazy, but he's all animal in there.
Over 400 pounds, close to 5, I'd say. And look at the agility, look at the kicks. Look at the devastating perpetual motion of these two men. And they came to do battle like two gladiators back in Roman times. No doubt about it. Oh, look at that block by Abdullah the Butcher. This is a toe-to-toe battle. Neither man wants to give back an inch. They don't want to back down one step. Headbutts, chops to the midsection. My goodness, what action. There's a foul, low blow from Abdullah.
No way. No way. What that was a well-placed kick to the midsection. What it is, he's got that curled toe, the curled toe of Abdullah Butcher, which gives him extra leverage, extra mounting leverage to put him in control of this match for the first time. And the champion, Carlitos Colón, he's down, he's begging, and we might see a title changing hands in the next few minutes.
We're seeing how bloodied Abdullah the Butcher right now. He's biting on the ropes. My goodness. What won't this man do inside a squared circle or outside? He's a wild man.
That's why he's the Butcher. That's why he's Abdullah the Butcher. That's why he's the animal. That's why he's the legend. That's why he's the man everybody's scared of. That's why he's after Carlitos Colón's belt. And that's why today he's got a good chance to get it.
Oh, here's the headbutt. And this is just a wild man. I really have seen anything like this before. This man is really something. Abdullah the Butcher, all bloodied up, and he doesn't seem to even feel it. How could he feel it? He's doing headbutts, eye rakes, he's biting. He's doing everything. Oh, and now Carlitos Colón's a bloody mask himself.
Well, that's the price you pay. That's the price you pay when you get in the ring with the Savage, when you get in the ring with the Beast, when you get in the ring with the most animalistic man in professional wrestling today. That's the price you must pay when you get in the ring with the Savage from Sudan, Abdullah the Butcher.
He's trying to pluck out one of Carlos' eyes right there. And I tell you, this is a savage wrestler. Look at the eyes. He's lost it, man. He's way out there on some planet. And right now, he's inflicting great damage on the champion. And as you said, Hustler, if Abdullah knows what a pin is, he could be the new champion.
He's not out to win a Universal belt today. He's out to make a name for himself. He's going to be the man to put Carlitos Colón out of wrestling. He's going to be the man. He's going to be the beast. He's going to be the thing that rids the Caribbean of Carlitos Colón forever.
Oh, look, he continues with the low blows. Now he throws him over the second rope. Carlitos lands on the hardwood, and he bounces right back. Look at that resiliency. The defiant Carlitos Colón. I don't know many men who could come up against a monster like this and come right back, take his best, and still have something left in the tank. Carlos is lost. I mean, he could be on Mars for all we know. Down to his knees, back up his fighter's heart just won't let him quit.
Pero el castigo ha sido bárbaro.
But the punishment is just too much. You can tell that Carlitos is out on his feet, and now he's out of the ring.
El acróbata de Puerto Rico.
There's no doubt Colón's a great wrestler. He's trying his best. He's jumping back in that ring, but I'd say he's not that smart because he's jumping right back into that ring. He's going right into that fire, baby, because in the middle of that ring is none other than Abdullah the Butcher, the meanest man in all professional wrestling today. And he's fighting an animal, and he's going to pay the price today.
Wow.
Oh, there's the monstrous elbow. Look at that. All his body weight leaning on top of Carlitos, and still he was able to kick out. Look at the wrapped hand of Abdullah. Oh, look at that. Oh, my goodness.
What happened? He's got a foreign object. He's got a fork of his own. The legend, Carlitos Colón, Mr. Goody Two-Shoes. He just used a low blow on the animal. He just used a foreign object on the animal. Now, you're going to see Colón for what he really is. He's a dirty, low-down, egg-sucking dog.
The fans are to their feet. They love what they see. Their man has come back, and he's using the same tactics as Abdullah the Butcher. And now you see that it's evened up. Turnabout's fair play. And now it's Abdullah who appears to be out of it right now. Look at the forehead. Oh, cracking some wood there the hard way. And here the hard rights by Carlitos, who doesn't stop the attack for 1 second. He's got Abdullah going. He's biting the man now.
He's an animal. He's just like Abdullah. It's animal versus animal. It's beast versus beast. It's lion against tiger. It's dog versus cat. It's panther against wildcat. And who's going to come out on top? It's any man's guess.
Oh, now the belt. The bell. Everything else landing on the head of Abdullah the Butcher, and he's still standing. Now, I'd be scared stiff at this point.
I'd be scared too because Carlitos Colón, he's hit the man. He's hit the beast with everything but the kitchen sink, and still Abdullah the Butcher has not left his feet.
Now, the commentator there, Ugo Savinovich, takes the table and the ribs, and he is in bad shape. Abdullah, of course, couldn't see what he was doing, but I don't think it makes a difference. I don't think Abdullah knows what he's doing most of the time anyway. He's just a rough and tough customer. Oh, look at that. Carlitos landing another headbutt. And you just have to wonder how much punishment either of these men can take.
There's no doubt Colón's in pain, but he's ready. The animal, Abdullah the Butcher, he's hurt, he's dazed, but he's not backing up. He's ready for more. Colón wants the Butcher, and the Butcher wants Colón. And today, that's right, today may be the day for this could be the last match of either man.
Well then, considering the condition of these men, you've got Dr. Gonzalez at ringside as always, very watchful of the situation. Now Abdullah, remarkably, coming back up to the apron, met by another headbutt, but he's just like a brick wall there. It's the unstoppable force against the unmovable object, and Einstein has nothing to do with it.
What's Abdullah the Butcher doing? He's got him set up. He's got something going. I think he might have loaded that boot. I think he might have loaded that boot. I saw him kick his boot down the mat, but Colón, it doesn't bother him, even if there's something in there. Colón, the champion of the people, fighting back, giving it his best, but still, he cannot knock the Butcher down. He cannot knock the legendary, animalistic Abdullah the Butcher off his feet.
Was that cannibalistic? I don't doubt it. My goodness. Oh, now look at this. Carlos is now right inside the eyes of Abdullah. And he might lose more than this match. He might lose his eyesight. This is definitely a savage matchup. Oh, there it is. Both these men throwing out all the rules. A savage attempt to win this match.
And there he is. He's finally down. The animal's down for the first time. This could be it. Colón's ready. He's got 15,000 screaming people cheering for their champion. He's here to defend his belt for his people, and he's going to make an example for Abdullah the Butcher once and for all. This could be the last one. This could be it. This could be Abdullah's last shot.
Oh, off the ropes. Oh, the champ is hot tonight. Look at this flying drop kick by the referee. Oh, my, look at that. Takes a fall head first from the ring apron. And now there is no rule inside that ring. Carlitos with a body slam on that giant. Abdullah up to the top rope. This could be it. Oh, my goodness. What a drop from that height. Abdullah's out. Could have counted to 10 here. But the referee has to be injured. He's out of action. He's trying game to get back. But he fell head first from that ring apron. Very rough man. Very tough man. The hammer. And now you see Abdullah retaliating there out of desperation. And he manages to get Carlitos Colón stopped for the moment. Oh, look at this. He's biting. Oh, look at this. A dog fight, Rip.
It's two dogs fighting for that bone, baby. It's Abdullah the Butcher on top of Carlitos Colón. 2 men in, 1 man out. 2 men in, 1 man out. And what's going to happen in that ring is anybody's guess.
Frenchie, referee checking there on the hammer. Oh my, look at this. Oh, the clothesline. Abdullah.
That's right, Abdullah Butcher clothesline Carlos Colón, and I think he's got that fork in his hand. The second referee coming into the ring. 1, 2, 3. That's right, the winner has got to be Abdullah the Butcher.
But everyone saw the fork he took out of his trunks. And of course, Frenchie was not the official referee. The official referee had an excedrin headache, number 21 outside the ring. Meanwhile, he declared Abdullah the new Universal Champion. But what's this? The referee apparently has called him off. He has called him off, and he is the official referee. So the hammer now leaning over towards Carlitos Colón, and this could be a reversal here. Apparently the hammer was able to see the move by Abdullah the Butcher when he took out that fork and used it on Carlitos Colón. Now Ricky Vargas has the belt in his hands. Which will it be? New champ? Or let's just wait along with you fans. The referee, there it is. The still Universal Champion, Carlitos Colón, is the winner because of disqualification. Oh, look at this. He crowns him with the belt. Will this battle never end? These two men attacking each other for all they're worth. Abdullah now. Oh my, look at this. All havoc's broken loose.
They're up in the stands. They're going through the aisles. They're going towards the exit. They're going towards the concession stand. Maybe up in the bathroom in the stands. I don't know. But I know there's no love lost between these two. Abdullah the Butcher and Carlitos Colón. You can be sure whenever they meet in that ring, wherever they meet in that street, it's going to be a fight. It's going to be a dog fight. And nobody knows when this feud will ever end. Well, there's the
Canadian Flash, you might say, Rick Martel. Oh my goodness. Look at this. The Ugandan headhunter with that ferocious headdress. That's Kamala, and this is Vikingo, the referee.
3 handsome men in the ring, if I do say so myself.
What are those shrunken heads there? Are those? My goodness.
I think they're mementos from his ex-wives.
In any case, there's the handsome Rick Martel. Muscular. You can tell Martel has been in the gym. I don't know where he's been.
He's been in Uganda. What do you think he's been in? That's why he's from he's Ugandan warrior, isn't he?
Ugandan warrior?
Ugandan warrior, or the invisible warrior, you know, whatever.
Well, it's very apparent to me that it's a mighty tough task for Rick Martel. He's outweighed. Perhaps the giant is stronger as well, safe to say. Rick Martel's going to have to use every ounce of wrestling knowledge and ability in his body.
That's right, Kamala's about 400 pounds. Doesn't exactly go by the rule book. Plays the game his way. Plays to win. It's going to be a long night for Mr. Rick Martel. I can feel it.
Well, if you count the 220 pounds outside the ring in the form of Kroffat, Kamala's manager. Oh, look at this. Haymakers. And the giant, finally goes down from the drop kick. Here he is pounding. Kamala, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, look at this shower of rights on the head of the headhunter. Oh, Kamala didn't stay down for long. He is back with the elbow right square on the jaw of Martel.
You know, Ricky Martel's a great professional wrestler, but Kamala's not exactly your average professional wrestler. As you've noticed, he's about 6'7", 6'9", I don't know, about 400 pounds, and he's not exactly well schooled in the art of professional wrestling. He plays the game by his own rules. He punches, he kicks, he bites, he scratches, he gnaws, he claws, and that's why he's Ugandan warrior.
Right now, he's declared war on Rick Martel. And Rick Martel now anguishing. The anguish look in his face from the claw hold of this monster. Right under the arm. Oh, debilitating that have a one-armed wrestler after this hold.
The famous pectoralis major squeeze.
And now with his backs flat, and there's the count. With his shoulders flat on the mat, and Vikingo forced the count. But now Kroffat kibitzing from the outside there. Always in favor of his man, covering possible choke by Kamala. Krofat's trying to count. See, you can't be the manager and the referee at once. I think that would be a conflict of interest, Kroffat.
I think Ricky Martel's giving it up. I think Ricky Martel's had it. He can't get off the mat. There's nothing he can do about it. He can have a sellout crowd here at Roberto Clemente Coliseum. They're all screaming for him, but it doesn't matter. Because the Ugandan Warrior's got that big pec hold.
But no, there's a couple of haymakers from Martel, and he backs up the Ugandan Warrior, and now the boot right to the chop stops it all, and right back to that claw. And those massive hands of the Ugandan. are dominating the psyche of Rick Martel. He just hasn't been able to get on track. And Kroffat isn't helping any from the outside. He has a verbal battle with the crowd. Meanwhile, Rick Martel has enough to handle in the person, I use that term loosely, Kamala.
Why are you getting on Profi? Profi's just doing his job. If you were a manager, you'd be cheerleading your signee. You'd be helping the person you're leading to a particular goal. Now, would you or would you not?
I don't know. You have to be a little nuts to manage a man like Kamala. Right now, Rick Martel off the ropes. A tackle, no effect. Whoa, my! Leapfrog from Kamala. That's the wildest thing I've seen in a while. Oh, here's the belly smack. That means either up ready for lunch, dinner, breakfast, or anything else he can grab a hold of. Namely, Rick Martel.
No, it's the famous Ugandan belly bounce dance. That means he's setting his prey up for the kill. That's exactly what that means.
I thought that's what I said. But obviously not. Rick Martel doesn't like it either way. Oh, now he comes off the rope with a haymaker. Almost topples the Giant, but nothing doing. He's right back on the attack. There's a drop kick, but the Giant still bends, but he will not break. Oh, giant chop, and that did it. A big chop right on the bullseye in front of his skull there. And now the crowd is up.
Well, it looks to me like the hunter has become the hunted. Rick Martel coming back on Kamala. Kamala's not exactly doing his Ugandan war dance now. He's doing some kind of other dance.
He's doing the two-step. But on one leg, Rick Martel's taking care of the other leg. Oh boy, there it is. Giant legs on this Giant, as you would expect from a Giant.
Of course he's a Giant. He's got Giant everything.
Gigantic appetite as well, but let's see if he's going to go hungry in this match, because Martel is really doing well at this point. Much better than we think after the beginning of this match, when the Giant could do no wrong. Well, now Kroffat once again distracting the attention of Martel, and that could be deadly in this match.
You don't want to make a mistake against Kamala, because one mistake against Kamala could be the last mistake.
Yes. Now, Kamala coming back. Oh, he's leveled a couple of blows. That one's the coup de grace. Takes Martel off his feet. What will the Giant do next? Off the ropes comes Martel. Oh, a giant boot. Well, a foot actually. Right on the jaw. So the foot bone's connected to the jawbone in this case. And that's bad news for Rick Martel. And now back to that devastating claw hold, and I think that's a very good tactic. I don't know how much brain power Kamala has, but he certainly has a lot of power in that claw of his.
Are you trying to say Kamala's stupid?
No, I didn't say that.
You better not, because Kamala, not only does he have giant hands, giant feet, and a giant head, he's also got a giant brain.
Oh, Mama didn't raise no fools. I wouldn't say that about Kamala while he's anywhere, well, in the world, for that matter. Oh, did you hear that?
Yes, I heard it. He told Profi in Ugandanese that he's got him. Don't you understand Ugandanese?
Absolutely. I want to know if you did. Now Kroffat, encouraging his man, says, let's hold on there and he'll quit. But I don't know how much quit there is in Rick Martel. As he has not gained his respect in the wrestling world by being a quitter. Now you see Wrights bouncing off of the Uganda Giant's face. Here's the big body slam, and the Ugandan Giant going back for the big splash. And he missed. Swing and a miss by Kamala. And Martel is alive. Here he comes now. Feet first into the midsection. Oh my. Rick Martel showing a lot of spunk, a lot of resistance, a lot of stamina. Oh, and there he caught one. He just was overconfident to the point of self-extinction because Kamala now is in the driver's seat and he's a reckless driver.
Looks to me like Ricky Martel. He's in the passenger seat, and that's the wrong seat to be in because you got a 400-pound giant mad at him, testing his Ugandan feet out on him.
And of course, there you have the backseat driver of Kroffat outside the ring. Hanging upside down like Batman is Rick Martel. But I don't see Robin anywhere in sight, so he's going to have to fend for himself. And I tell you right now, it's not looking good for the young man from north of the border.
Montreal, to be exact.
Looking terrible right now because, as a matter of fact, the bell was rung by the referee. And you see here, Martel gets out of the way, however. Again, the Giant makes one of the few mistakes he's made all match. And now he's in trouble. What a turnabout. Surprising.
Surprising, but I think it's time for Kamala to disappear.
He rolls out of that ring, and Kroffat now, I think, he calls for the win, but I really doubt that. Well, Ripper, you know what's up next? The Puerto Rican coal miners match.
A Puerto Rican coal miners match? I know there was any coal miners in Puerto Rico. What does that mean exactly?
Haven't you ever seen a barbecue? Well, I'll tell you exactly what it is. You've got 15 ambitious wrestlers down in that ring. You've got a pole. You got 5,000 smackaroos up on top of the pole.
And I'd climb any pole for $5,000, baby. You can bet that.
Well, Jess, let's let the fans see it for themselves.
No, it's Rip.
And here we go. There you have the competitors climbing inside that ring. And there's a high five. There's a huddle high five by a bunch of men in one corner. Oh, look at this mass of humanity. The closest to the prize right now is Jason the Terrible with the mask. I don't know what part it is, but he's very close up there. TNT jumps on him right away, pounding his head against the pole. That pole might go before anything else. Now TNT is being grabbed by the assassin number one. The action fast and furious. TNT now very close to grabbing the bag full of money. And
it's a pole 15 feet up in the air. We got 15 wrestlers after $5,000. $5,000 will buy a lot of anything that anybody wants. And Jason, he's fighting his heart out. TNT, he's after that money. Profi, Sasaki-san, Miguelito Perez, Chicky, Starr, Ricky Santana, Bobby Jaggers, they all want $5,000. You would want it. I would want it. Anybody in their right mind would want $5,000. And they're going to bust their booties to get up that pole, win $5,000, and spend it as they well please.
Rufus R. Jones, Mr. Pogo, Sasaki-san, all battling in there, pounding on Ricky Santana. And right here Tom of the Islander trying to get up that pole. He might have some practice with the coconut trees in the islands, but he slides right back down. Oh, look at that head first. Now Chicky Starr making a move. Very quick here. He's up top. Rufus got a hold of him. Miguelito jumps, leapfrogs. Oh, here comes Puffy. Right on top. It's like King of the Hill here. Chicky Starr.
It's Tricky Sticky Child. He's the one. He's the man that's going to get the $5 grand. It's going to be party time. It's going to be Puffy and Chicky and Jason celebrating the night of Elizabeth. I can say, what's this?
My.
It's booty time. It's slack booty time. He's pulling the pants down. Chicky Starr has there's beer everywhere. The fans are going completely crazy, and I'm going crazy. The Batten brothers, they want a piece of it. There goes Sasaki's son. He wants the $25,000 yen. There's Bobby Jaggers. He's
the assassin. A very big man, and he didn't get very far. Ricky Santana trying to make a move for it, but oh, look, we're seeing more of Ricky Santana than we pleased. But
there's Rufus. I want to see Rufus climb that big pole. Rufus has climbed many a pole in his day, but today's not going to be his day because there's too many people pulling on that black booty of his. You've heard of Jason Hits New York? Well, now it's going to be Jason climbing that pole. Look at Jason climb that pole. He wants $5,000. He don't care if Perez is on his back. He don't care if Milo Huertas is on his back. He don't care if Puffy's on his back. Jason wants $5,000 and he will not be denied.
Jason takes Catano. Part one. Oh, look at this fouling. Anywhere you can catch his catch can. No friends in this one. They're all out for the $5 grand. Bobby Jaggers there.
Good-looking Bobby Jaggers. He wants that $5 grand.
I don't know how Bobby could climb that all by his lonesome, leave alone with 15 guys inside that ring. But he's trying, bless his heart.
TNT the Ninja, he thinks he wants the $5,000. I don't know what kind of a match this is because there's no wrestling. It's just who's ever the fastest monkey. Who can climb the pole the best. Right now it looks like TNT, and he's got that ninja training because he can smash watermelons, he can jump over buses, but he can't climb no 15-foot pole. But maybe Dan Kroffat can. Maybe Tom of the Islander can.
Oh, Hurricane Castillo, firm grip on Tom of the Islander, and he topples. And now it's a mountain of flesh, muscles, bones, body strewn on the mat. Here comes one of the twins, and he gets a forearm in a low place by Jason the Terrible, who earns his name. Here's Ricky Santana now, and Ricky's didn't quite get there. And who could with a handful of trunks? There's no way. Kroffat now. All these men vying for the $5 grand. It's winner takes all. The winner is the one who grabs Milo Huertas over the top. Very nice move by Huertas, the flyer. He's very close there, but no. Look at the way they smash him down to the mat. And Huertas is going to think about it. Gonna have to try a different strategy because that one did not work. And now it's Dan Kroffat who'll try it. But they've got a firm grip of him. So far. Oh, Assassin 1 making a move now.
No, it's Assassin number 2. Assassin number 1 is a little bit bigger. I can tell from my experience in the world of professional wrestling, that's number 2. But Chicky Starr, the greatest manager in the world of professional wrestling, he's getting closer. He's just inches away, and $5,000, 50,000 dimes. This might be Chicky. I can sense it. You can sense it. Everybody in Catano can sense it. Rufus R. Jones is trying his dangest. Sasaki-san's trying his best. Ricky Santana's trying, but it's going to be Chicky Starr. Chicky Starr is going to be the man.
Well, and there you see now Chicky Starr being pulled back down. Meanwhile, scores are being settled all around the ring. Oh, the bottom line is Kroffat didn't make it on that try.
No, but I did see a big zit on his behind end. A big zit that could use some Clearasil.
Miguelito, the latest to try and fail, and no man has been able to grab the handful of dollars in that big bag up on the pole.
going to be Dandy Dan Kroffat? No! He's auditioning for Elizabeth, and he just might get the job.
Here comes Tama. Oh, look at that. I thought Tama had it. You see that coconut tree experience.
Here comes the blob.
Jaggers.
The Vietnam veteran with the gunshot wounds in his behind end. Here comes Mr. T. TNT, the Ninja Master. No, Jason takes Catano once and for all. 50,000 dimes up in that bag. $5,000.
Jason must not be Friday because Jason, whoa, look at this. Jason's close. He's making a move. Meanwhile, the crowd, look at this. Everybody chanting Jaggers. Now Ricky Santana out of action. But, Milo Huertas, look at this, very close. Brought back down to earth once more.
If you want wild action, this is it. And I bet you're glad you bought or rented this video, because when you get the Best of Caribbean Championship Wrestling Volume 3, you're seeing the best. You're seeing the best legs, the best booties, the best bodies in the world of professional wrestling today.
And that's the bottom line. Meanwhile, Rufus R. Jones still in this. Oh, look at Jason teeing off. Meanwhile, there's Kroffat making a move, but with a firm grasp on tight. Oh, Chicky Starr making a, whoa, there he comes. Oh, he's close. He's got it. No, almost. So near yet so far was Chicky Starr. And he lands on his feet just like a cat. And pounces right back up at TNT. The Ninja, very aware of the situation, as is Sasaki-san.
I'm putting my money on Mr. Pogo. He hasn't quite made his move. He's a long shot. He's a 60-1. He's 61 favorite. There's another booty shot. Jason the Terrible, he's had enough of this. Jason takes Catano, he's ready. He's ready for that $5,000. Mr. TNT, he's ready for the $5,000. Chicky Starr with his pants hanging down, he's ready for the $5,000. Who's gonna be who wants to climb that pole? Who wants to climb that 15-foot pole? Could it be Batten? Could it be Jaggers? Could it be Lacey? Could it be TNT? Could it be Rufus R. Jones? Somebody wants it. I'm going speechless. I'm going voiceless because I'm reporting this live ringside action, baby. And Rufus R. Jones, I want to see his big black butt get up that pole. And look at that booty. Wow.
There goes the Batten twins trying to stand on top of each other, maybe get up there a little higher, but they can't do it. Meanwhile, all eyes on TNT. He's dynamite, and he's trying to explode upward into the air and retrieve that prize. And I'll tell you right now, you can tell nobody wants to lose the chance of that $5,000. And here's Sasaki-san now. And so you got the karate now, the karate connection now. It's Sasaki-san and TNT trying to stop him and climb up at the same time, and that's a mighty difficult task for any man. Look at TNT. He's climbing right over Sasaki. Oh, he's piggyback. And they fall back down to the ground.
That's right, TNT, he likes to climb those poles. He's an expert at pole climbing. He's been there before. He knows what's going on, and he's a favorite to climb that 15-foot pole. And there's Chicky Starr with his pants hanging down. There's pants flying here. There's pants flying there. There's hemorrhoids hanging. There's hemorrhoids begging. And who's going to win that $5,000?
Chicky Starr like Humpty Dumpty.
And here comes El Profi with another. Wow! And there goes Ricky Santana. This could be it. He's climbing one step, two step. He's going off. Sasaki's the last man to keep him down. And there goes a flying
grab by.
Wow!
Jack Kroffat, he saves the moment. And now he's going up himself. He might have it, but no, grabbed by the knee pad. And right there you see that no one wants to give up the $5 grand. Apparently, they're going to have to beat on some bodies here in order to eliminate the competition. Oh, there goes Chicky. And all the king horses and all the king's men can't bring Chicky back again. Oh, well, he's back. Well, call me a liar.
There's Milo Huertas. He's going up. The Batten twins, they're going up. Bobby Jaggers, he's too lazy to go up there. He's going to try and steal the money if anybody else gets it.
I would put that below him. That's for sure. Bobby Jaggers could certainly do that. But the Jayhawk is flying low right now.
The Jayhawk has landed. And there goes Chicky. There goes my man Chicky Starr. Oh.
Boy, Chicky must really have some plans for that money because he's been up very close. And so far, he has not been able to go all the way.
Can he do it? Can he the one that put himself over the top? It's not going to be Pogo.
Gone.
It could be TNT. It's Chicky Starr and TNT neck and neck.
There's another one's gone. No men are dropping out. Now there's a real chance. The twin is gone. TNT, pull up your pants there, Ben.
What a match. I've never seen a match like this before.
Look at this.
Holds mean nothing.
A human battering ram. They're trying to knock the pole down now.
The only thing that matters is who will get the $5,000. Who will run up there? Who will be next to get their pants pulled down? It could be Ricky Santana. It could be TNT. The girls are hoping it's Bobby Jaggers. They need a good laugh. Live coverage direct.
Look at the abs on Ricky Santana, doing good there.
Look at the abs on Bobby Jaggers. And Jaggers is making his move. This is Bobby's move.
Humpty Dumpty came down and he's out of it. I tell you, Jaggers, no place in this match. I don't think he can climb that pole.
Vietnam shrapnel in the gluteus at its best.
I tell you, Chicky's been very close. I must say that Chicky Starr has given it his all, but it hasn't been good enough. TNT, certainly. Oh, now TNT, Dynamite Man. Oh, but there's Profe. Johnny on the spot with a two-fisted approach. And there's no way that these men are going to give up their chance at $5 right now.
We're telecasting this match live. Rick's tired, I'm tired, everybody's tired. I can hardly keep up with the action. I've seen so many holes. I've seen so many cracks. Wow, what action? Who's going to get that $5,000? My voice is cracking. Everything's cracking. It could be TNT. It could be Bobby Jaggers. It could be the Battens. It could be Eddie G. It could be Ricky Santana. It could be me. I might right. It might be one of the guards. It could be Lacey.
Chicky Starr, that's for sure, because he's gone.
It could be Robert Mendez. He might fly out there. It's not going to be Rufus R. Jones. Rufus is, you mean all this time it's been over the top and they're eliminated? Well, why didn't somebody tell me? I've been sitting here. I didn't even know that. I'm the host of this program and nobody even told me. Meanwhile, my man, El Profe, no! Migo Perez, he's down. Profe's busy pulling his pants up.
Here comes Santana.
No, Milo Huertas, Mr. Hot Dog, he's going to get it. Yes, he's going to get it.
Milo Huertas.
Yes, one,
oh, what a move. He's up there.
He's going to get it.
He's going to get it.
He got it.
Yeah,
and does anybody care?
Richer.
I don't. I know one thing. He's going to spend it on a lot of girls at Danny's tonight. And there you have it. Your winner. But is he getting out of there with the money? He's running because he's scared. If I'd have got that money, I'd have thrown it to all the people. That's the kind of guy I am.
Well, fans, Rick St. James here along with philanthropist, hustler Rick Rogers, who just gave away $5 in the previous match.
And I want to see my hero, my favorite wrestler of all time, Terry Funk, the man my pattern my life after. And look, He's upside down. He's fallen on his head. It's not his fault because TNT hit him. And what's he gonna? Well, that's it, Terry. Do the same thing I do. Get away from TNT. He's a nut. He's a crazy man. Look at the ring. It's going up and down. The referee, Ricky Vargas, he's going crazy. Look, I can see that right now. He's got him in a head low down. He's away. He's running away. Where's he going now? Where's my hero going?
What about the chaps on this man?
He's in the bullpen. He wants some popcorn. He wants some peanuts. TNT says no. He says no way.
TNT now follows him right outside, and the fans now cheering him on. And Terry Funk certainly middle-aged and crazy, and you can see why.
I don't know about that. I just know he's crazy, and he's my hero, and he's going to beat TNT because Terry Funk's the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Like dynamite exploding now. Oh, look at this. A haymaker with Ricky Vargas. And I think Terry Funk might be out of it. TNT right now has exploded. Oh, look at this. The veteran Terry Funk pounding the head of TNT, and that stopped his attack dead in its tracks.
He's the greatest wrestler in the world today. Terry Funk, you got it? The greatest wrestler in the world today. Chaps and all, my main man, Mr. Terry Funk, and he's going to make an example of that overrated 9th degree black belt Taekwondo ninja expert, Mr. TNT.
Oh, now this is serious. Terry Funk just took his shirt off, and he's ready to get down in the blood, the mud, and the beer, as he has done in numerous bars. Meanwhile, TNT comes right back with a chop of his own, and now Funk might be in a blue funk. All we know, the head goes up against the turnbuckle, and Funk is, whoa! He sprawls out of that ring. Now takes a shot right in the head, and he topples to the, oh man, I tell you, that looked like a Tyson punch right there.
Thrown by Robin Gibbs is what it looked like to me. And what's he doing right now? No. TNT's trying to pin him on the ground, but there's no way. Ricky Vargas right on top of the action will not count him out. And I'm waiting for my hero to get up. I'm waiting for my hero to kick some booty. Come on, Terry, you can do it. This is Rip talking to you. That's it. Get away from that TNT. He's an animal. He's sadistic. He's a Puerto Rican. I don't know what he is. Come on, Terry, you can do it.
And now in the grasslands, Terry Funk certainly thrives. And look at this. The back now obviously hurting Terry Funk from that chop he received at the hands of TNT. Oh, now comes back with an uppercut of his own. Off the ropes. There he gets him in the sleeper hold.
He's got the funkadelic sleeper hold from the Double X Ranch or whatever it is. My man Terry Funk, he's the man that taught the hold to all the young up-and-coming superstars of the world of professional wrestling today. Terry Funk's the master of the sleeper. He taught it to me. He taught it to Abuda Dean. He taught it to everybody who's anything. And TNT, the Ninja Man, he's going down. He's going down fast. And I think this is the end of TNT once and for all.
Did he teach Sly is the question.
Yo! Absolutely.
Ricky Vargas now checking on the condition of TNT, and he looks like he's in dreamland. TNT master of the Cobra Sleeper himself, but he reacts. He says, no siree, I'm not out of this. I'm still in it. I'm still awake. I took some Salmonex, and I'm ready to go. Back to his feet. Oh, look at that. Must have played some football, did Terry Funk.
You know it, West Texas State's finest right there.
Oh, look at that.
And that's over the top rope. That should be disqualification.
Too late for that. Because right now, both of these men are devastated from the vicious, wild attack on each other. These men showing absolutely no respect, giving no quarter. Now TNT retrieves Terry Funk. You can only beat him on the inside of the ring. A couple of haymakers. Oh, Terry Funk now draped. Oh, he's in a bad position. There's a couple of kicks from TNT. Funk dangling, much like Bay Ray from the Empire State Building. And now, no, what's this? He's hung up on the ropes. Oh my!
He looks like Curly, Larry, and Moe.
Terry Funk. He looks like he's drunk.
He might be going back to the Double X Ranch. I don't know. Back to Amarillo, Texas. He's got him a table. He's got him a chair. He's ready for action. That's my man, Terry.
Oh, well, Terry, I guess, not done yet with TNT. Oh, look! The referee takes the worst part of that table. And now he calls for the bell. I think this got to be a double disqualification.
I don't know about that. When you're talking about Terry Funk, you're talking about action personified. You don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. TNT don't know what's going to happen. Terry himself, he don't know what's going to happen. I think he's in a scaffold match now, but we'll get to that match later on. And Terry's got he's got his own scaffold match. TNT's chasing him. He's trying to pull his pants down. No, this is not the $5,000 up the pole match, but Terry's hanging on for dear life. TNT's chopping him. Terry's still hanging on. This is a double disqualification, a double countout. I've never seen action like this.
Well, I knew we'd have a scaffold match, but I didn't think it'd be Funk and TNT. But right now, these two men showing the savagery that you can find in Caribbean superstar wrestling. And Terry Funk now headed for the hills.
No, he's headed for third base. He's ready to slide into home. He's going to the bullpen.
Oh, he's coming back. TNT in close pursuit. And I think Terry is looking for the double cross ranch at this point.
No matter what happens, Terry Funk's still my hero.
Yep, this is a classic match, fans. There it goes, the bird, it's a plane. No, it's an albatross. Domingo Robles, the walking accident versus Jay Youngblood, Rick.
The legendary Domingo Robles, a man who's a legend everywhere in the world of professional wrestling today. He's been everywhere, and it looks to me like he's had a few medallions. He's had too many.
Wow. Jay Youngblood's a little confused at the unorthodox style of Domingo Robles. And the referee, the Hammer Marine. Oh, big shoulder. Jay Youngblood. Now side headlock, and there's a hair grab by Robles. Never at a loss for tricks is Mr. Robles.
Referee checking to see if he's still alive.
Robles wrote the book of rule breaking. Oh, there. They exchange. Oh, look at this. Robles is stuck. Now he goes down, takes a seat, and he's not paying, fans. Oh, it looks like someone who might have wandered in from the cold. He's in from the Jack in the Box, got his takeout order, and he's about to lock horns with Jay Youngblood once more. If you don't succeed, give up, Domingo.
Remember, when you're thinking of Caribbean Championship Wrestling Superstars #3, you know it's going to be the best. And the best includes Domingo Robles.
Well, he never met a man he didn't like, and right now He's showing some signs of wanting to beat Jay Youngblood's friend, but the Indian, proud Indian from the Apache Nation, is having none of it.
And Domingo Robles, the proud jabroni from the town of no. He swings and misses.
Strike one. Domingo Robles back on his feet. Not for long.
Shades of Billy Whitewood. Shades of Wahoo McDaniels.
Very fine tradition in the Youngblood family. And Domingo Robles trying to stain it. It'd be a feather in his cap if he could get a victory over the Indian chief.
Gouging at the eyes of Jay Youngblood. Proud Indian champion. Of course, Domingo, proud founding father of Fajardo.
Oh, now you see the true nature of Domingo Robles. He'll do anything to win a match. And that includes gouging the eyes. Oh, here he's going with, there, the eye gouge, eye rake. But the double chops from Jay Youngblood, and he's on the warpath now. Watch out, Domingo Robles. You might be knocked into next week. Oh, down he goes. Oh, big elbow. This could be good night, Irene. 1, 2, 3. And
look how fast up he is. He wasn't even phased. The winner's Jay Youngblood, but the first one to his feet is Domingo Robles. So it's another classic.
Well, Rip, when you told me you had friends in high places, I never imagined it'd be Chicky Starr. How high is he?
He's 25 or more feet up in the air, and we've seen it all in Volume 3. We've seen midgets with their feet backwards. We've seen Domingo Robles, but now the action's getting nitty. The action's getting gritty, and it's going to be danger at its finest because you've got Chicky Starr and Invader number 3, 25 to 30 feet up in the air, and you'd have to be wild. You'd have to be a wild and crazy guy, and you'd have to be a little bit nuts to be 25 to 30 feet up in the air, knowing if you fall down, it could be the last match. You could break an arm, you could break a leg, you could break your head, it could be the end of your career. It could be the last match for Chicky Starr. It could be the last match for Invader number 3. And I, for one, am glad it's not me up there.
Oh, they can't be any higher up than Domingo Robles.
That's for sure. Domingo, a superstar everywhere in the world. But this is Chicky's time to be the star. This is the Invaders 3. It's their time. It's star time for them. And one of them's going to take that big ride to the canvas. 25 to 30 feet down.
Oh, look at this. Chicky almost head first. Look at the swing of the scaffold. And this, one of the most dangerous matches in all the world of wrestling. You got to have your belt tight, really tight, to be able to go up on that scaffold and look down. And I tell you, if you have any vertigo, it's no place to be.
Now, any normal person would not get 30 feet up in the air for anything. And we've got Chicky Starr and Invader number 3 wrestling on a 30-foot high scaffold, knowing the fall down could be the last fall of their wrestling career. When you're talking about Caribbean Championship Wrestling, the superstars of the sport, Volume 3, you've seen everything, the midgets with the crooked feet. You've seen the spins around on the mat. You've seen it all. You've seen Domingo Robles. But now, we're saving the best for last, baby. And it could be Chicky saying bye-bye or the Invader number 3 saying bye-bye. And one of them will take that long ride home 30 feet down to that mat below.
Well, what do you think they signed this match, Rip? They've been a thorn in each other's sides for quite a while, and they wanted to end it right here by eliminating their opponent. And certainly a 25-foot, 30-foot fall, depending on how you fall and where you land, and that could be a career-ending fall. You see a low blow by Chicky Starr to be expected in a no-rules match like this.
Well, obviously it's going to be a no-rules match. There's no referee up there, is there? I can see that. I'm not stupid. I got 2010 vision. I'm one of the greatest wrestlers in the world, professional wrestling today. I'm an admirer of Chicky Starr. I taught him everything he knows, except what he taught me.
Absolutely. No holds barred, Rip. I tell you.
No holds barred. It's another classic, just like Domingo Robles. And Chicky Starr almost fell off the scaffold right there.
Oh, here comes a big boot from Invader 3. Invader 3, of course, one of the three amigos. Invader 1, Invader 2, Invader 3. And the World Junior Heavyweight Champion, as was Chicky Starr. So these two men, no strangers in the world of wrestling. Certainly Chicky Starr was the best manager of the year, 1988, as a matter of fact.
And look at that great camera shot. When EG Productions gives you a video, it gives you a look at the camera shot, the wide shot right there. You see thousands and thousands of interested spectators because they're all glad that they're not up on that scaffold. They're glad that they're not be taking that big ride home down to the canvas, and they're just hoping to see a little blood. They're hoping to see a little guts, and they're hoping to see a little gore so they can go home 20 years from now and tell their grandkids, I saw Chicky Starr take the big fall off the scaffold. Or if you people hate the Invader number 3, I saw the Invader number 3 fly home for the last time.
Well, this is like the Yankees and the Dodgers. This has to be the rubber game because either man that falls off that scaffold is not going to be eager or able to get back in the ring very soon.
This is the one for all the marbles.
Oh, we have to doubt how many marbles Chicky Starr has to be up there with a man like Invader 3. A lot of ability in that small frame, a lot of power, and biting ability as well. He's biting him like a dog gnaws on a bone. And now Chicky Starr, bloodied face and all, taking the punishment from Invader 3. And only, oh, there you see, only a matter of time. Almost. Invader 3 over the top. You see as the scaffold sways back and forth. It's teeter-tottering. And I tell you, dangerous situation for both wrestlers.
Well, one move could be their last move. One move could be the end of the career for Chicky Starr. One wrong move could be the end of the career for Invader number 3. And I can tell you one thing, it's not going to be no hour draw. And somebody here is going to take the big fall. Somebody here is going down for the last time.
Did you see the drop kick from Invader 3? Chicky Starr goes sprawling. Oh, look at the mask of blood on Chicky Starr's face. And in this case, Invader 3 with the advantage. He has a mask on.
Well, how's having a mask on? Why does that make him have an advantage?
Well, you can't see the expression of pain on his face, and therefore his opponent doesn't know when he has an advantage.
That's pretty stupid if you ask me. I just know that Chicky Starr holding on for dear life, and if he don't hold on, he's going to take the big fall down. And one leg's over, he's holding on for dear life. I'm ready to run up there right now and push him back up there.
Chicky Starr won. Oh my, he has one leg over, two legs over. He's on the brink, on the edge, on the ledge. He could go any moment now. Invader 3, mask and all. Oh, there you see eyes. Oh, the fingers and the eyes.
In other words, the mask didn't help him. Now, if Chicky's smart, he'll turn that mask around, and Invader number 3 won't be able to see. So, Mr. TV announcer, Mr. co-host, Mr. whatever you are, having that mask can be a hindrance.
But I don't believe that for 1 second. Invader 1 certainly the top contenders in the world, and he knows what he's doing, but right now he's on the short end of the stick and of the boots from Chicky Starr, who's about to topple the Invader. One leg on and one leg over. And right now, looks like he doesn't have a leg to stand on. Maybe by grabbing onto Chicky, he can save himself, and that's exactly what he does. Comes back, flailing away. Hard rights, down on their knees. Knee to knee, a headbutt. Back goes Chicky Starr and Invader 3. has been able to overcome the danger for the time being. And now we'll see what these men are made of.
Well, this is one of the first scaffold matches in the world. So Chicky Starr, he's got nothing to go on. He could not study the psychology of a scaffold match. This is one time and one time only, and he's not ever going to want to do it again.
Well, right now, it looks like you're absolutely right. From what I can see, Invader 3 is the more intense wrestler right now. Chicky Starr apparently has lost his wind, does not have as good stamina. Remember, they're very high up, and it's got to be a nerve-wracking match. Oh, look at this. A beautiful shot by Chicky. Oh, Invader 3 is almost over. This could be it.
It might be.
A hard punch by Chicky. Very hard shot by Chicky. Invader 3 hanging by a string. I don't know how he did it, but he manages to hold down Chicky Starr, pounding in the mask. Oh, look at that pummeling by Chicky Starr, coming back, catching a second wind ball. Look at the headbutt to the solar plex. And I tell you, this is a seesaw battle, and you don't want to be seesawing 30 feet in the air, because going up is easy, coming down is the hard part. Oh, look, Chicky Starr now is about done. He could be over. Here comes the big boot by Invader 3. He's very close. Now pushing him over. Invader 3, of course, has to be careful he doesn't go over at the same time, because not only would he lose the match, but you take a nasty splash down anywhere below that ring on the hardwood floor. Oh, my. Look at that suplex.
Well, it's stupid. Invader 3 looks like he's trying to pin Chicky. The object's not the pinning. The object's to throw the man off the scaffold. That's the way you win the match. But Invader 3, he's not smart like Chicky. And I'm predicting, and I've never lost a prediction in my life, that Chicky Starr is going to be victorious today in this scaffold match.
Oh, well, you're putting your record on the line. I myself looks like Invader 3 is in better shape at this point, but oh, look at this. Invader 3 trying for the body slam, but Chicky blocks it. Oh, my, he's trying to throw him right over. This could be it. Either man could go. Oh, Chicky Starr with the eye rake gets out of a very precarious predicament.
Well, anything goes. We mean gets out of it with an eye rake. There's no disqualification. There's no rules. This is a fight to the finish. This is a fight to see who the toughest man is. This is like a back alley brawl, and the object is to throw the man off the 30-foot high scaffold. There's no, don't get on Chicky Starr for sticking his finger in the guy's eye. You didn't get on the Invader when he was busy sticking his fingers in Chicky's eyes, biting him, kicking him, scratching him.
Well, I guess you're right. There are no rules in this match, no referee, as you can see. There's no ring, as a matter of fact, except 25 feet below. And neither man wants to visit the mat at this point, because it could be like diving into a glass of water. Something's got to give. And I know that bloodied as he is, Chicky Starr does not want to be the loser in this match. We can only wonder what condition Invader 3 is in, because we cannot see his face. We cannot see his expression. We cannot see what's behind the mask.
You're always hitting on the mask thing. Who cares what's going on if we can see his face or not? The only thing that matters is if Chicky Starr is going to keep kicking him right now, he's going to fall down. He's going to.
Oh, there he is! By the fingertips! This could be it!
All Chicky's got to do is step on his fingers. Keep stepping on his fingers. No, Chicky, don't walk away.
Chicky thought he's over. Chicky thought he fell. What a mistake by Chicky Starr. He's waving to the crowd. He didn't see Invader 3 holding on. The crowd's going wild. out. Invader 3 is coming up the side of the pole. Chicky Starr may have made the worst mistake in his wrestling career. He thought he'd won this match. Meanwhile, Invader 3 is coming up the side. Oh my, what a big surprise Chicky Starr is going to get when he sees the face, the mask of Invader 3. Chicky Starr not trying to find a way to go down. He thinks he's won this match. Oh my, he must be dizzy from the attack. Remember, he's bloody and battered. He doesn't realize it, but there it is, the nastiest surprise of his life. Back comes Invader 3, hard rights to the jaw. Chicky's reeling. Chicky might not know what's happening. Oh, look at that. The veteran comeback by Chicky Starr, and I can't believe it. I can't believe this match. I'm stunned.
No kidding, you're stunned. Invader 3's tried every trick in the book. Chicky thought he had him once. He thought he had him twice, but still, Chicky's still standing tall. And the match is still not over, and I'm still saying Invader 3 is going to go down. He's going to go down for the count because nobody can last that long in the scaffold. And my man Chicky, he better spend some time doing some pull. Look at the.
Oh, this is.
He's stopping his finger.
Invader 3 doesn't make the same mistake. He knows that Chicky's hanging out by his fingertips. Look at him pounding the fingers. How long can Chicky hold on? I don't think he can do it this time. There he goes. Oh, there it is, fans.
He might have broke his leg. He might have broke his back. Why did he have to do this?
One reason is Invader 3 proved once and for all he's the master of the scaffold match, and he is the winner of this one. One for the records, Rip. But what a fall from grace, ladies and gentlemen. But I'll tell you what, I'd like to thank you for being with us for this fantastic Superstars of the Caribbean #3. I don't need to thank you, I know.
Hey, get out of here, you little wimp. I'm the host around here. Forget all you people. What everybody wants to know about the world of professional wrestling, besides these great wrestling matches today by EG Production, Best of Caribbean #3 is that I'm here and I'm here to stay. What means is Hustler Rip Rogers, the sex symbol of 1889. And get out of here. The sex symbol is here. The man who's won more titles than anybody in the world of professional wrestling is here to stay. And for all you women out there still, whether you're 60 blind, crippled, or crazy, and going completely bananas over me, that somewhere, sometime, I'll be coming to your area soon, baby. So remember, girls, there's 29 inches of something waiting for you right now. Bye-bye. Get out of here.